How's it going, everybody? It's Uncle David here. Man, in case you guys haven't heard, the Pope has fallen. He's never getting up again. Look, he straight died. 88 years old. Holy crap. I don't think I'm ever gonna live that long. But look, he used to be so young or cheerful and motivated. And then look at him in this last one. In a wheelchair, can't even walk. And he got all fat. And he's like, he looked like he's already like halfway into the grave in his last picture. Well, yeah.
Pope Francis
Watched a little bit.
heavily for immigrants, refugees, and the poor, and he showed a lighter touch on social issues than previous popes.
Oh, he got fat.
The Holy Father have poured in from around the world.
His hat flies off here.
Non-Catholics alike.
Oh, let me bring it back. It's so funny. It just flies off.
Honoring his devotion to
But it's funny. My friend was making fun of how he met with J.D. Vance, the vice president, yesterday, and he died of cringe. But look how healthy he was back here. To how old he is now. I think 2 weeks ago he was released from the hospital after being in the hospital for like 2 weeks from like having the cold, flu, complications. What is this? Cost of living. Emerald got exposed to being furry, Schedule 1. But it's kind of funny. It's funny. A bunch of guys just about learning about the Roman Empire and stuff. Cause back then, like they used to talk about like girls or guys like girls, cars, or the Roman Empire. And I don't know. I guess I'm part of the group that likes the Roman Empire. But they're like in the Vatican City, it's like the smallest city in the world or country. It's only like 800 people in there. The age of the city is 96 years old, and the Pope was 88. Yeah, smallest country in the world, both in area and population. It's like 800 people in there. Yeah, 800. But look at this little bit of city right here. This little bit, and it's completely inside of Italy, Rome. This is Rome. But look how small the city is compared. Because Rome used to be all of Italy. Italy is this whole like this little shoe, or what my teacher call it, like the boot, female boot shoe. Yeah, Rome used to be like all of Italy. And since Rome used to have conquered all of Europe, they were like the phrase about how like all roads lead to Rome. But this is like almost like the remnants of Rome, the small little city. But I just thought he was cool back when he was sworn in. He was like trying to get rid of all the corruption. But I don't really know what he's done besides back when he first got sworn in. He just got rid of a lot of the corruption. And then people were like making fun of him about how like he didn't have like the traditional views as like they're like the in charge of like the Catholic Church. But people were like, no, his views are wrong, and then other people are like, what do you mean? He is literally the Pope, the leader of the Catholic Church. But it's cool. They don't really have like a serving or term limit. So they usually serve until they die or resign. Most of them die. But most of them serve around like 13, 14 years. Around 14 years. Then the longest was like 31 years. And the shortest was this one guy. Joined for 33 days and died straight peaced out. My God, why would you even swear him in? He was so old and sickly that he died in 33 days. Yeah, the Pope, as the Bishop of Rome and head of the Catholic Church, the supreme pastor and leader of the Church, guiding over a billion Catholics worldwide. But the Roman Empire was one of the longest surviving empires, but it has like the best, I think, recorded history. It had like the best like technological advancements and like strategy and war, and how they conquer like all of Europe and parts of Africa and the Middle East, and maybe parts of Asia. I don't know. They had like the huge mountain range over there that made it almost impossible to go into Asia. So most of them just stayed in Europe. Um, but no, I tried searching for its longest civilization, and they were like saying China, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's hard to track stuff back then. And then I tried to search for longest empire, and they had this Indian empire, Pandian Pandian Empire in India. I don't know anything about India, but you could argue that Rome was probably the longest empire. But I don't know. They just had the Roman Empire just had like the most like technological advancements with their water ducts and their metal, iron forging equipment. Mostly just even like their structures, like some of the Coliseum and all their buildings are still standing today. They built the way they built their buildings are like meant to last like forever. They even current buildings being made, modern buildings are not made as well as like the Roman Empire buildings, because we I don't know, it's part of the modern buildings, they are built to break fast so that people make money if you buy new stuff. And that's like with everything, cars, smartphones, houses. So back then they made it all out of like stone or cement or rocks, and now all of the houses are made out of these flimsy scrap wood pushed together. I forgot what they're called, but it's like just scrap wood. Um, but yeah, the Roman Empire, their buildings are made of like cement mixed with these like little white brown stuff that expands. So the stone, the only problem they have is over time they might like start cracking, and these little like clay things will expand into the cracks and into the cracks, which is how their buildings survive from for like 1,500 years, and their buildings are still standing. Some of them are still standing. I don't know, but yeah, Holy Roman Empire. Pope died. It's gonna be cool. It's like a huge like world event every time they choose a new pope. We'll see. I'm probably not gonna make a video when they choose a new one, but we'll see. It's interesting to me. All right, see y'all. And I'm back. I didn't say anything about Pope Francis. I thought I'd look up 10 surprising facts, but he died at 88. It's like one of 7 children. Holy crap! Parents are Italian immigrants. Fathers railway worker. Mother's housewife. He had one lung after having one removed from an illness in 1969. What? He was the first Jesuit Pope. I have no idea what this is. I was trying to look. There's so many different kinds of Christianity. I don't even understand. There's like Catholics, and then the Protestant, and the Eastern Orthodoxy, and then there's like the major one. There's like all these other ones underneath. I don't know. Catholic, Protestant, or Orthodox, and others. I don't know. I just know some of them do like mass, some of them do like choir, some of them do the other kind of singing or whatever. Is the Pope of first from the New World, first non-European Pope. What do you mean non-European? Isn't he Italian immigrants? Um, First replaced a living Pope. Yeah, the one before him just resigned. Like he didn't want to do it anymore. Got a bunch of votes. Spoke 3 languages fluently: Spanish, Italian, German. Wait, does he not speak English? I'm pretty sure he speaks English. Um, Poverty or vows poverty, public transportation, cooked his own meal, lived in a small poor apartment, donate to the poor. He got a master's degree in chemistry, and then the liberal arts degree in philosophy, taught literature. That's pretty crazy. Devotee, soccer, own membership card. Man, they love their soccer. You know, you know, you're talking to American if when we call it soccer. Yeah, but wow, he's very highly educated. That's crazy. All right, that's enough of that. See ya.